Hey ladies. I saw a video the other day on here. I'm gonna tag it below if I can find it, but it was basically this woman expressing how this whole movement to like decenter men is making some women feel isolated and making them feel guilty and ashamed when they are in less than perfect relationships. She was basically saying like, why do I have to be made to feel bad for the fact that I just wanted to fall in love? Why can't I continue to receive support from my friends that I don't listen to? And I've been looking for the words to answer that question. I haven't been able to quite find it, but I saw a tweet today that made it click in my head. Go with me here. The tweet was a screenshot submitted by a man to an advice column type of thing, I think. I should have screenshot it, but I forgot. I'm sorry. But basically, in the screenshot, he was saying that he has a wife who's 8 months pregnant, and for her whole pregnancy, she has not had any pregnancy craving. Or so he thought. Turns out she has had pregnancy cravings. Obviously, she's pregnant. She's just been paying their neighbor to help her with these cravings when the time comes, instead of going to her husband who she got pregnant by. Then he also was saying that she didn't have morning sickness for this whole 8 months, or so he thought. She did have morning sickness. She just didn't feel comfortable telling him about it, so she was going to her sister and her mom and talking to them about it, instead of the man who impregnated her, whom she is married to. So he confronted her about it, and she basically said that at some point, like prior to her pregnancy, he expressed to her that women who complain about things like that are whining. So she didn't want to be a whiner. So now she doesn't emotionally depend on him for things like that because she doesn't want to make him feel bad. So instead of going to your husband who put this baby in you, who you're supposed to be able to go to about anything, you're depending on neighbors and your friends and your family for things that he should be dealing with. And that is why we are so adamant about holding women accountable for the decisions that you make in your romantic decisions. That's why. Because when you start dealing with this man and we all sit around and tell you, hey, these are some red flags you're ignoring. I don't think that this is a good idea. Maybe you should end this. You don't want to listen because you're so insistent on falling in love, which is okay. But if we're all telling you this is not the man to fall in love with and you don't listen to us, what happens when he inevitably proves us right? Now we are the ones who have to give our resources, both physically and emotionally, to pick up the pieces that he broke because you didn't want to listen. And as your friends, as your family, as your community, we're going to do it because we love you, but we have a right to express that this is not really cool and to say that you should be held accountable for that because this is your decision. It reminds me of a friend I had like 2 years ago. She was messing with this dude who she had no business messing with. I told her that. She didn't want to listen. They weren't in an official relationship. They were doing everything that people in a relationship do. So I guess it was some sort of situationship. I don't know. They worked together. One Saturday night, all three of us went out. We were out all night. She and I stay in one city. He stays 45 minutes to an hour away. After we went out, I went home. I thought we were going home together. She went to his house. I said, okay, cool. The next morning, she had to be work at 7 a.m. and she's blowing my phone up, talking about she left her work badge and her like key to get into the building at his house. She left them at his house and she's calling me, who's an hour away, asking me, can I go to his house to go bring it to her? I said, why are you not asking that man who you're giving free coochie to? She's like, oh, he's busy. He can't do it today. What is he doing? You ask? It was his day off. He was sitting at the house. Yeah, you did. You heard that correctly. She left her work things at his house. They have the same job. He goes to that job the same time that she goes to that job. He just happened to be off that day and living 5 minutes away. He didn't even want to bring her the stuff that she forgot that she needed to get into her job. So you're calling me, who was out just as long as you were, but lives an hour away, and you want me to do it. Then when she got off work later that night, she needed a ride home, and who was she calling? Me, instead of that man who had you out there, who lives 5 minutes away. And me being a good friend, of course I went and got her, but I'm gonna tell you, you should not have to be calling me for these type of things if you got a man. If you're giving a piece of yourself to that man and he can't even get up on his day off to drive 5 minutes down the road and make sure that you can get into your job, something is wrong. That's the type of stuff that we're talking about. That is why we are so adamant about holding women accountable, because this does not just affect you, because you're not going to do it by yourself. You're going to get with this man that everyone told you not to get with. And when he shows you exactly why you should have left him alone, when he abandons you, when he leaves you, when he does you wrong, you're going to be looking at us and you're going to want some of my money. You're going to want some of my resources. You're going to want me to stay up all night on the phone listening to you cry about this man that we all told you not to be with. You have a right to do what you want to do, but as your friends, we have a right to have a problem with it. I know being held accountable sucks, and I know that it hurts to be on the side where you just want to fall in love and you don't understand why nobody can see what you see in this man. Yes, that hurts, but there's no other way to do it. I mean, I don't know what you want us to do.